snow-covered forest edge is blanketed in silence as heavy snow falls, the wind howling a sharp, biting presence. A magnificent snow tiger, his white fur matted with blood, struggles to rise, a faint, ragged gasp escaping his lips. His once fierce eyes now hold only exhaustion and despair as each pained movement fails to lift him from the deep snow. He collapses back into the snow, a tragic testament to his fading strength, the blizzard raging around him. From the edge of a snow-covered forest, a small, scruffy dog named Pip watches intently, partially hidden by a bush. His head is tilted, an unblinking gaze fixed on the distant suffering, a silent observer in the cold. The snow-laden bush provides a fragile shield, yet Pip's presence is unwavering. Drawn by an unseen force, he perceives no species, no danger, only the raw, undeniable presence of pain echoing through the frosty air. Pip's intense stare conveys a profound, wordless understanding, a silent witness to a world beyond his comprehension. Pip, a small creature, steps tentatively onto the pristine snow, each paw print a soft whisper in the silent forest. The snow crunches softly beneath Pip's hesitant steps, a tiny sound in the vast, cold wilderness. A majestic tiger, sensing the subtle movement, slowly opens its eyes, revealing a flicker of ancient wisdom. Too weak to even growl, the tiger's silent gaze meets Pip's, a profound understanding passing between them. Two vastly different creatures, connected by an unspoken understanding of shared vulnerability, their eyes locked in the snow. A pristine blanket of snow covers the ground, muffling all sound as a silent, white curtain descends. Pip, a small dog, lets out a soft, questioning bark, a low whimper of uncertainty in the vast quiet. His head cocks, eyes darting around the silent, snow-laden trees, searching for a familiar face that never appears. He barks again, louder this time, his mounting concern met only by the gentle, continuous fall of snow. Pip bolts, a sudden, desperate decision propelling him forward into the snow-covered forest edge. His small body is a blur against the vast white landscape, driven by an urgent, unseen purpose. He races through the deep, unforgiving snow, each powerful stride a struggle and a triumph. Paws sink and rise, a rhythmic pulse of determination in the silent, frozen wilderness. Pip dashes through the snow-choked village streets, a blur of motion against the desolate winter landscape. The relentless wind whips around him, stinging his fur, but Pip's determined gaze never wavers. His breath puffs out in white clouds, a visible testament to his urgent, unwavering mission. Small legs pump tirelessly, propelling Pip forward with an unyielding resolve. A charming, snow-dusted cottage nestles silently amidst a grove of winter trees, a picture of serene solitude. Suddenly, Pip, a scruffy dog, bursts onto the porch, his paws making soft thuds that echo in the fresh, pristine snow. His frantic barks shatter the quiet, a desperate plea aimed at the weathered wooden door, demanding attention. With urgent desperation, Pip scratches at the door. His front paws a blur against the aged wood, a silent cry for entry. Each frantic scratch and bark paints a vivid picture of his intense desire, his need to be inside, to be heard. The cottage door creaks open, revealing Ilara, an elderly woman with kind eyes and a face etched with time. A flicker of surprise crosses Ilara's face as she looks down at Pip. Pip whines softly, tugging at Ilara's coat with his teeth, an urgent plea in his actions. He backs away a few steps, then glances back at Ilara, his posture conveying a silent, desperate call. His unspoken words echo in the air. "Come, please, quickly!" Ilara stands frozen, her gaze fixed on the raging blizzard outside her cottage window, a shiver running through her frame. The howling wind and swirling snow paint a daunting picture of the world beyond her cozy refuge. A deep hesitation grips Ilara, the thought of venturing into the biting cold almost unbearable. Her eyes drift from the tempest to Pip, whose pleading gaze holds an undeniable truth. Pip's innocent eyes, wide and full of unspoken words, pierce through Ilara's resolve. Ilara shivers again, not just from the cold, but from the heavy weight of the decision she must make. In her rustic cottage, Ilara moves with a quiet determination, her silhouette framed by the soft glow of the hearth. She approaches a weathered wooden chest, its surface worn smooth by time and touch. Her hands, slow and deliberate, retrieve a thick woolen blanket, its fibers promising warmth against the chill. Turning, she crosses to a simple cupboard, her movements a study in measured preparation. From within, she carefully takes out a first aid kit, a stark symbol of impending necessity. With each item gathered, Ilara prepares for an unknown task, her resolve etched onto her face. Ilara emerges into the biting cold, her heavy coat a meager defense against the relentless wind. Little Pip, a determined guide, forges ahead through the deep snow, constantly glancing back at Ilara. Each step is a monumental effort for Ilara, sinking into the unforgiving drifts. The fierce wind whips around her, a howling adversary in the desolate village streets. Ilara's face, etched with struggle, pushes forward, her resolve tested by the brutal elements. The biting wind howls, a relentless force pushing against Ilara as she struggles forward on a snow-covered path. She pulls her scarf tighter, her breath misting into frigid air, a visible struggle against the harsh elements. Despite the brutal conditions, Ilara pushes on, her determination etched on her face. Ahead, Pip remains steadfast, a small but unwavering beacon of hope in the vast, white expanse. His unwavering advance symbolizes a quiet strength, pulling Ilara through the relentless storm. At the snow-covered forest edge, the vast white landscape unfolds before us. The snow tiger, a majestic and vulnerable figure, is barely moving, a stark contrast against the white expanse. My hand instinctively flies to my chest, a profound wave of compassion washing over me. My eyes widen, transfixed by the sight of the injured, magnificent creature. A silent plea for aid hangs heavy in the frigid air as the tiger's plight stirs my soul. Ilara steps cautiously onto the snow-covered forest edge, her boots crunching softly in the pristine silence. Her eyes, filled with unwavering focus, are locked on the formidable tiger before her. The wind whispers through the bare branches, carrying Ilara's soft, soothing voice toward the tense beast. "Easy now, I'm here," Ilara murmurs, her words a gentle plea in the frigid air. In a breathtaking moment, the tiger's rigid body visibly relaxes, its powerful muscles easing under Ilara's calming presence. In a pristine, snow-covered forest, Ilara kneels beside a majestic tiger, her breath misting in the frigid air. Her movements are deliberate and practiced, her hands steady despite the biting cold as she cleans a deep gash. Crimson blood stains the tiger's white fur, a stark contrast against the purity of the snow. Elara's entire focus is consumed by the urgent task of healing the magnificent beast, a silent vow in her eyes. Snow falls silently, draping the ancient pines in a pristine white blanket at the forest's edge. A woman kneels, her hand extended, a bottle of antiseptic glinting in the soft light. She carefully applies the antiseptic to the tiger's wound, her movements precise and gentle. The magnificent tiger watches her, its eyes weary but filled with an undeniable trust. With surprising delicacy, she expertly bandages the injury, her touch a stark contrast to the wild setting. A quiet understanding passes between them, a moment of profound connection in the snowy wilderness. At the edge of a snow-covered forest, Elara gently drapes a thick woolen blanket over the shivering tiger. The blanket's warmth offers a stark contrast to the biting cold, a beacon of comfort in the frigid air. She meticulously tucks the edges around his body, her touch tender and full of care. The tiger lets out a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, a wisp of breath in the stillness. At the snow-covered forest edge, the air hangs heavy with the cold. A silent sentinel, Pip lies patiently in the crisp snow, a steadfast guardian beside Elara. His unwavering gaze remains fixed on the tiger, a vigil that knows no end. Throughout the long, cold hours, Pip's watchful presence is a silent promise, an unyielding devotion. The stark, white landscape mirrors the quiet intensity of his unwavering loyalty. A furious blizzard rages, transforming the forest edge into a swirling vortex of blinding white. Giant snowflakes dance wildly in the frigid air, obscuring all but the nearest trees. Amidst the chaos, Elara, Pip, and the tiger huddle together, a beacon of warmth against the storm. A small, quiet pocket of stillness and nascent hope miraculously persists around them. Their shared humanity and animal empathy create an unbreakable bond, defying the savage elements. Despite the raging blizzard, a profound sense of peace and resilience emanates from their small group. Days later, the snow has receded, revealing patches of dark, thawing earth beneath the cold, unforgiving sky. The tiger's eyes, once clouded, now open with a newfound strength, a spark of awareness rekindled within their depths. He draws a deep, steady breath, a powerful intake of air that signals a profound return of vitality to his mighty frame. With immense effort, he slowly pushes himself upward, testing the renewed strength in his paws, a silent testament to his will to survive. In the snow-covered forest, the majestic tiger stands, a regal presence, though a slight tremor in his paws betrays his recent ordeal. His head turns slowly, his piercing gaze first sweeping over Elara, then settling on Pip, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. A profound sense of gratitude radiates from his powerful form, a silent thank you that transcends words. No verbal exchange breaks the pristine silence of the forest, yet their connection is undeniably palpable. A deep, unspoken understanding binds the three together in this frozen, magical moment. The majestic tiger casts a final, piercing glance at Elara, a silent farewell hanging in the frigid air. His powerful form turns, a stark silhouette against the endless, snow-covered expanse of the forest. Deliberate steps break the pristine snow, each movement a testament to his fading presence. He pauses, a fleeting moment of hesitation, before looking back one last time at Elara, a final, haunting image as the tiger disappears, into the white wilderness, leaving Ilara alone in the vast silence. A magnificent tiger, a blur of muscle and stripe, moves with silent grace through the snow-covered forest. Its enormous head dips, eyes fixed on Pip, a silent predator approaching its beloved companion. The tiger's nose, surprisingly soft, nudges Pip with a gentle, almost reverent touch, a fleeting gesture of profound affection. This tender moment reveals their extraordinary bond, a silent acknowledgement of the small dog's unwavering courage. At the snow-covered forest edge, the air crackles with an impossible tension as Pip stands before the majestic tiger. Pip, utterly unfazed by the predator's immense power, leans gently into the tiger's soft fur, a gesture of profound trust. The tiger's eyes, once fierce, now reflect a surprising tenderness, accepting Pip's touch without a hint of its wild nature. A moment of pure, unadulterated connection unfolds, a silent testament to an extraordinary bond between two disparate souls. This profound interaction transcends the boundaries of species, a powerful display of compassion blooming in the cold wilderness. The scene is a breathtaking tableau, showcasing a savior and a predator united in an unexpected and deeply moving alliance. The majestic white tiger, a spectral shadow, turns and melts into the pristine, snow-covered forest. Ilara and Pip watch, a silent, profound understanding passing between them in the hushed winter air. The gentle snowfall continues, no longer a chill, but a soft, ethereal witness to a rare and beautiful moment. A sense of awe lingers, the air alive with the memory of the magnificent creature's fleeting presence.